What's up, guys? Super excited to be sharing this with you guys today. We are interior designing our home, and it's actually a different home from the one that you saw that we got in Las Vegas. Yes, we moved again, but don't worry, we explain it, and if you missed that video, you can watch it again. We also picked our plot of land, and we're already building. Construction has started, and if you've missed that video, don't sweat it. You can watch it over here. Okay, but today we are picking all of the interior design trims. I'm talking about the walls, I'm talking about the floor, literally everything that goes inside the house in terms of decoration wise. We're picking that today. And don't trip, because you're like, what's up with this bathroom? It's not even a bathroom. We're actually inside the design studio.
Dun, da, da, da.
So we're picking literally all of the trims. We're gonna talk about faucets. We're talking about flooring. So you can see there's wood options. Oh, check this out. Cabinets, literally everything you can think of, we're gonna pick today. So let's get started.
So we're in the design center, and what's really dope about the design center is that you can show big picture of what everything looks like from the kitchen to the countertops to the appliances. You can see everything wrapped together, because when we get to what I'm going to show you later, where you look at the little finishes, sometimes in a small little group like this, you're picking it online and you're like, oh, I don't know how it's coming together. This looks freaking sick. This is a really good design center, by the way, because they have everything organized, like from the big pieces over here to like the wood floor over here to even that kitchen, which I think is super rad over here. We have all of this, and to the place where we'll talk about our design direction for this current house.
So this is actually a really fun process for me. However, it is very, very anxiety inducing, just because there's so many options and it's overwhelming how many options there are, right? Because as you know, like for example, the floor, right? You're picking floor that you want that's literally like, let's go on this side. Let me show you. That's literally this side. So it's like, do you want this floor? And like a little section of this looks really good, right?
And every choice is permanent.
Exactly. So this looks really good, but then you put it on the floor and it might be too overwhelming in terms of like, it's too dark or it's too light or the pattern is way too much. So it's like, you really have to have a big imagination to be able to start placing it in the square footage of your home or whatever it is that you're designing. So I don't want to take the credit for everything. We did hire our interior designer, who's also a friend of ours. So we did get very lucky. And if you have the ability to do that, I highly recommend that you do get that. But if not, don't sweat it. It's always a fun process and nothing is permanent. So that's what I try to tell myself.
For some reason, it feels more permanent than a tattoo to me though.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe because the tattoo is so small. This, I'm like, oh, this is lots of money. I don't want to mess up.
True, but I guess I don't want to think about that, because then you are going to mess up, right? The more you go, I'm going to mess up, I don't want to mess up, I don't want to mess up, at least from my personal experience, I mess up.
That's true.
I just kind of go with the flow. I really try to trust my gut. I don't want to lie though, and I don't want to miss anything, like any information. I do a lot of research. And by research, I'm just looking on Pinterest. And it's
yeah, I see
simple.
you every night.
I go on Pinterest and I'm like, oh, do I like this? Do I like that? Why do I like this? Why do I like that? So with our first home that we didn't get to finish interior designing, it was more of like, if you look at the structure of the house, it lends itself, at least from my point of view, I don't know how you saw it, babe, but it really lended itself to something a little bit more creative, and it looked very modern, and it's just like super funky for me. So I wanted a lot of color, I wanted wallpaper and texture, and I wanted it to be very, very creative, right? But with this new house, I just want it to relax. Like the structure of the house lends itself for more of a mellow, chill mood. So this is kind of a perfect example. This isn't exactly what I wanted from our first home that you guys saw in Vegas, but it was along these lines. Come this way. So I wanted things to have a pop.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be more dramatic. So it'd be more along these lines. This is not necessarily the color palette that I wanted in the first house, but it is a lot more dramatic, right? Like you have darker tones.
It's bolder.
Yeah, like you have like, I don't know, what is this, mother of pearl? I don't even know. I'm not even gonna try to front like I know what this is called.
But it makes more
like,
of a statement.
Right, like it's bolder, right?
Yeah, even like those brass knobs.
Yeah,
Pow, pow.
all of this. It's bold. It's exciting. It's like,
Yeah.
don't rest here. Let's get a freaking martini or some shit, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what the vibe I wanted from the first house. But now with this new place, this is what I want. I want you to come, take off your clothes, take the bra off. Girls, you know what I'm talking about? We take a bra off.
I love when girls
Ooh,
take their bras off.
Shut up. I wanted it to feel like this. A little more tranquility.
Yeah.
Slow it down.
Yeah, like a little
more
spa.
Of a spa. Yeah. More natural woods, warmer tones, not so bold. Like if it was a voice, it's like whispering and it's like very airy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the things we picked, and I can't wait to show you. I can't wait to show you. So we were very fortunate that one of our friends is an interior designer because, as I mentioned earlier, this is so overwhelming. Like, just look at that wall. Look at, those are just backsplashes. And that's just a little bit. There's more down there.
There's a ton of things. Yes.
And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about backsplashes, but you have to give a fuck because
It's
you
like
have
a
to
Hong
pick
Kong
it.
cafe menu.
Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely not complaining because holy crap, this is such a privilege to have, to be able to go like, I want that backsplash. I can't remember a time that I ever picked a fucking backsplash.
I didn't even know what the hell that was until I was 35.
Seriously. But here we are now. So when going back and forth with our interior designer friend, she, like I told her, or we told her, Bart and I told her, you know, the feeling that we wanted to get from this home. And then because I had my done my Pinterest homework, I gave her my different mood boards, and from those mood boards,
Yeah,
from those
mood
mood boards, she was able to create this for us. So these are some options. So let's go. Okay, so these two would be two options, and this is kind of another option, but this is for a separate room. So what we're looking at here are just different samples of materials that would go inside the house. So here we would have the wall color. So this is the...
And what is this, like the kitchen?
Oh, sorry, yes. This would be the kitchen, main living areas.
Yeah,
here.
like that's the countertop.
Yeah,
That's
so...
the floor.
Yep, I'm getting there. So this would be the wood color, the paint color. We want to go with the plain white. We want more of like a Scandinavian, modern type of home. So wall color, this would be the countertop. She's giving us like a little visual here because she knows we can't, like imagine she goes, here, is this what you guys want? And I'm like,
Can't put that together.
I think so.
Yeah.
But she gives us a little visual representation from based
And that's
from
why
my
I like
mood board.
the showroom, because then you kind of just see it like put together. Oh, okay. I see how the blue and the grays play.
Yeah, we picked some sinks that we liked. She picked some
Cabinets.
Sorry, I was burping. Some carpeting, because we do
Disgusting.
want carpeting in our bedroom, but we do want tile for the rest of the house. So the difference from this to this would be, let's see, what was the main difference? So this is carpeting. This is some tile. Oh, for the floor. This is
one's
one
like
tile.
this one's tile,
is
but it's a
another tile.
wood grain tile.
Yeah.
And we love wood grain tile because we still have a toddler. And if you guys watch the vlogs, you see Tiger just grabbing his toys and he's just dragging it across the kitchen all the time. And in our LA home in Glendora, we had beautiful wood floor and it got jacked up. So in our new house, we have the wood grain tile, and I actually absolutely love it. This fool straight rides his skateboard, rides his bicycle all over the house, and it's completely fine. So that's why this is such a huge option. And it looks good.
Okay, so we really tried to go with one thing that's really cool. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping around. But one thing that's really cool when it is you are building a house from the ground up is that the builders will add what they see as the materials that are like included with no additional price. So we really tried to stick to that because we do have a budget in mind. And
Trying to keep it down, player.
yeah, and we're lucky that the design that we want to go for, the vibe that we want to go for, is so chill. So we met somewhere in the middle. So we decided we wanted to go with all of this. Actually, there were a few things out here that we took out. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even mention what this was. This right here would be the bathrooms. This would be inside the bathrooms.
Yeah, see? Master bath.
Yeah, my mistake. So she's thinking this for is it the back? Not the backsplash, but like the back where you wash your hands in the sink, but that wall?
I think it's called a backsplash too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. She calls it wall accent. It's a shower wall accent.
Let's see.
And then this would be another wall shower wall accent. I wasn't too like into it.
Yeah, that one looks kind of fancy, or I just don't have the trained eye to know how
That's the
dope it is.
thing, man. Like, so I tried to scale it in my brain, right? Because we only see what 8 little things here.
That reminds me of the ticket at the supermarket, the butcher shop. You're like, give me that.
The next in line ticket.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I want that.
It felt too busy for me. So I was like, oh, I kind of don't want that, which is cool because you really want to be honest when you're talking to an interior designer because they can't be inside your head. So they try to do as best as they can and then they give you the visual of what they think you're talking about. And then that's when you go, nope, missed it. And then we kind of adjust from there. So when she sent us these mood boards, we go from here. And once I approve or we approve, I keep saying I, but Bart was completely involved in this.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry. But once we approve these, then we come here, Design Center, and then we pick the actual materials that look like what we picked down here.
Ooh.
And it doesn't look like much, but this tells a huge story.
And we did a lot of work. Don't you dare shit on us.
We did. But it tells a really cool story. Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you ready? Okay. So we're going to start with the kitchen. So throughout the house, this is going to be our floor. I know it's hard to tell, but on the floor, imagine this, all over our floor.
I like it. It looks clean.
Minus the bedrooms. Okay, so it's going to be our floor. This Calcutta, I didn't know that's what that was called. But this Calcutta is going to be our countertop.
Yep, just like this.
And it's going to be the backsplash. So imagine stove,
Ooh.
backsplash, but then over here is the counter.
That looks clean.
Not the counter, but the island.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you like it? Okay. And then...
Mama chose this one.
Floors, counter, backsplash. And this is all our cabinetry.
And even with just this little handle, there was like 12,000 different choices.
God.
But I'm so glad we went with this one because we saw the black one. We wanted to go with black. But I think it's just from people's rings. It was rubbing off the paint. And this is an integrated color. So we're like, we probably should get something that's going to last a long time.
Yeah. So if you put this together, you kind of have to visualize it again and go, okay, so this is the kitchen / living area. Okay. So from the living area, you move into the powder room, and the powder room is basically the bathroom without like a shower or any of that. So it's literally just the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
And we want to make that a little bit funky. So we're gonna add this wall. So if you're pooping, you're facing this, and this is where the mirror would be, and this is where the sink would be. You wash your hands. So this would be here.
And the mirror we have kind of has that like ambient lighting in the back like that. So it's gonna pop with that.
It's gonna go this way. Remember the floor. So picture that. This floor. The countertop in there is this. It's so subtle, but it's so pretty.
Yeah, like the little bit of texture in there.
This is the cabinet. If you can kind of picture, I know there's like all these, so don't look at this. This. This is countertop. This is the wall. Cabinets. Floor.
Yeah, put it together. You see that?
Sorry. It's kind of jumping around.
But I do like the cabinet, how we went in the bathroom is just plain white. So it kind of pulls it all together because this is kind of like, it pops a lot.
Yeah.
And then in the kitchen, this one has more of a texture because it doesn't have so much crazy like stimulation.
Yes. Okay, so then we go inside our rooms, right? Our floor is not going to be that inside our rooms. Our floor is going to be this.
Because we need it to be cutie.
You know what it's called?
What was it called again?
Fuzzy sheep.
Oh, how cute.
And that's exactly, I just want to count sheep.
Yep.
I just want to go to sleep and count sheep. So yeah, it was really ironic that it was called that. It was really cute. So this is going to be all of the carpeting inside our floor. Now we go into the bathroom, right?
The master bath.
So, not yet.
Oh.
So we're going to go to like Taika's room and then our other guest room.
Yep.
So that's going to have the same countertop, the same cabinets. This now is going to be the shower tile.
That looks clean,
and
yeah.
It's going this way.
Yeah, horizontal.
And then this is when he takes a shower.
I
that's
love
be
this floor. It's
on his feet.
sick. Look at that.
With the textures, the colors.
It reminds me of a spa already.
I know. That's all I want.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Spa
I
at
just wanna
home.
Relax. We work too much. Yeah.
That looks clean. Looks really good together.
So you see this?
Yep.
This is the pellet, and then it kind of leads into this. Look at that, dude.
Looks really good.
Look at that. So now we move into the master. So then the master room is gonna have this carpeting.
The sheep.
Yes, this is gonna be the countertop. Again, this is gonna be the cabinets. Now we move into our spa shower. Our flooring is gonna be this. It looks like wood, but it's actually tile.
Yep.
And again, for the reasons that Bart mentioned about just scratches, right? We've had real wood in the past and it gets so beat up.
Not
at
fun.
least with our big old dogs, me wearing high heels, Tiger Slam and shit.
And we want to get dogs again for sure.
And it was treated, so like once the treatment part of it gets scuffed and you see the real wood, which is the start, it was just a mess. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend getting wood in your house, but you do you. So this is what we're gonna have inside our bathroom. This is gonna be the shower tile. Ooh, Papa Bear actually picked this. We were kind of like looking for the perfect thing and we couldn't find it.
And I like it because it's very light colored, which goes with the whole palette. But it
Yeah.
also has hues of both the gray and the brown, so
Yes.
it's both warm and cool. So
Now check this out.
so it ties everything together.
Check this out. So then this is the back, right?
Yeah.
When you take a shower. And this is the stone you'll be stepping on. Talk about a fucking relaxing spa, motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
Get me in there. I wanna chill.
But it looks really good. And I think we did a good job of like making this come to life.
Yeah. Thank God we have friends who know what the fuck they're doing. Because, dude, could you imagine walking in here going, I think I want that?
I would have just picked the
no
most
fucking
basic
way.
shit, yeah.
There's no fucking way.
I would have just been like, make one bathroom like that, one kitchen like that, one like that, because I don't want to think.
No fucking way.
I know.
But yeah, that's our house. That's it. And it's really rad because I'm excited for this phase. And now, you know, as we wait for the house to get built, little by little, they add the outside structure. And then obviously they're going to put the walls, all the framing. And then once that's done and the electrical's done, then this stuff gets installed. And then we get to see our designs come to life. And I'm excited. I'm excited.
All right, guys, so we picked all the finishes to the design of the house, and that's just one of many steps. There's still gonna be a lot more, so I can't wait to share all of that with you guys. So stay tuned for all of that. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and can't wait to see what you guys think of the house. Put it in the comments below. See you guys next time.